Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jess and today's video is going to be a sorority Q&A. I am in a sorority called Alpha Sigma Alpha at ROWAN University. This sorority completely changed my life. I'm currently the Vice President of Public Relations and Recruitment. So I figured I'd do a Q&A answering questions about recruitment and just sorority life in general. I reached out to my sisters and asked them what are some things they would have liked to know before going through recruitment, and I got so many responses, so I'm going to answer some of those questions for you guys from my perspective as both a sorority sister and as a recruitment chair. So if you're interested in knowing this information, please keep watching. One of the most important things that girls worry about before going through recruitment, including myself, is what the hell you should wear. So each day of recruitment works differently, and it kind of depends on whether it's formal recruitment or informal. So ROWAN does formal recruitment in the springtime, and we have 3 days of recruitment and then bid day. So the first day of recruitment for us is round robin, where the girls get to go through all of the different organizations. We have 6 sororities on our campus, so the PNMs, potential new members, get to go around and meet each sorority, so it's a very long day. Yeah, so for that day of recruitment, just wear something cute. Like, you could wear a sundress if you want, you could wear a denim skirt, you can wear jeans. Like, literally jeans are fine with a nicer top. So like the shirt I'm wearing right now, that would even be cute for recruitment. So like nice but not too nice. And please, like, don't feel like you have to like overdo your makeup. Like what I'm wearing right now, which is just like subtle eyes and like more of a blown out face, that would be perfectly fine. Don't overthink it is the biggest thing. We definitely look more at personality than anything else. The second day is theme day, which each organization might do something a little different. We personally in Alpha Sigma Alpha, we talk more about our philanthropies on that day and do a little bit of an activity with it, and that's just the same as you do for round robin. So then the last day of recruitment is preference night. Preference night, every sorority does it differently. So like I can only speak from my own experiences in my own organization. But for us, our sisters wear black for our preference night. It's a ritual, it's a ceremony, it's more on the serious side. So for this, we do expect that everyone dresses nicer. And your Rho Gamma, which is the Rho Gamma is a person that kind of guides you through recruitment. They advise you on things to wear and that kind of stuff too. I highly suggest you don't wear black. You won't stand out in comparison to the sisters because, like I said, I can only speak for ASA, but I know a lot of organizations, the sisters wear black dresses. Also, I recommend wearing a color or like even white, just not black. I wear heels or nice flats. Don't wear like sneakers or anything like that. Same with round robin and theme day. Don't wear like sneakers. The next question I have is, what kinds of things should you say and not say or ask about? What kinds of things are like basically what's appropriate and what's not appropriate to talk about during recruitment? The biggest advice I can give you on what not to say: don't talk about alcohol, don't talk about drugs. It's just not a good look because it makes the sorority think that all you're looking at is drinking and partying. That makes us think that that's all you're looking forward to in an organization, and that's not what it's about at all. Sorority is way more than that, and I'll get more into that later on. Also, don't talk about your love life. Don't talk about boyfriends, sex life, anything like that. First of all, like, you're just meeting us. We're just meeting you. You don't just walk up to someone you just met and say like, yo, I got laid last night. Like, that's just not something you want to talk about in front of a sorority that you're trying to impress. Things you should talk about. I mean, there's so many things. Like, you could ask questions about like, what's the new member process like? What's your favorite thing about being in a sorority? Why did you choose this specific sorority? You can talk about why you want to be in a sorority. There's so many things you can talk about. It's just those couple of things that you shouldn't bring up. So the next question is, how do I know which sorority is for me? So my biggest advice to you on knowing which sorority is for you: keep an open mind when going into sorority recruitment. If you go in saying, oh my god, like, I heard this about this sorority, like, that's totally for me, like, I don't want any other organization, you're not gonna end up, I mean, I'm not gonna say you're not gonna end up, but you could end up disappointed, like, if that sorority drops you, and you'll just close off your mind to every other organization, which isn't fair to yourself. not only isn't it fair to the orgs to give every org a chance, but it's not fair to yourself because you don't know what's right for you until you start meeting the sisters. When you start meeting the sisters, you might walk into a room and just feel like, I just clicked. Like, and that's oftentimes what happens. And, you know, sometimes you don't know. You go all the way through recruitment and you're just not sure. During formal recruitment, it's like a mutual selection system. So sororities are dropping girls and the potential new members are dropping sororities as well. You're going to end up where you belong. I promise you that. I went through fall recruitment, which is informal, and at ROWAN, when you go through informal recruitment, you're choosing which sorority you want to meet. So not all 6 sororities take new members in the fall at my school. So usually it'll be 2, maybe 3 organizations that'll take. So the next question I'm going to answer is how to get your name out before recruitment. This is huge. This will absolutely help you stick out, help you be remembered when it comes time for recruitment. Like, I know there were a bunch of girls going into this recruitment this past spring for my first semester as recruitment chair. There were multiple girls I had already recognized from coming to pre-recruitment events, meeting us at tables, things like that. And I already knew who they were. And that is huge for getting your name out there. So go to pre-recruitment events. Now you may be thinking, how do I know when these are happening? Go and follow every sorority at your school. If you go to ROWAN, go follow all 6 sororities on Instagram. I know at our school, everyone posts about their pre-recruitment events either on their Instagram story or makes a regular post with a flyer. Also, ROWAN Greek Life will post any flyers of pre-recruitment events that are happening, so go ahead and give them a follow. All of those things combined will help you get your name out there. It's things like that. That's how you can be known prior to recruitment, is going to these events that every org holds. Also, in our student center, we have tables. Different orgs have different tables every day. Like, fraternities have tables, sororities have tables. So another question a sister asked me is, why don't you tell them stuff sororities do besides getting drunk in a basement? So the typical stereotype is that all we do is party and get drunk. There's no more substance to us besides that. That could not be further from the truth. So like I said, we have pre-recruitment events where you can meet the sisters, and we go through formal recruitment. A huge thing that we do is philanthropy. So our organization has 3 national philanthropies. It is Special Olympics, Girls on the Run, and the ISA Foundation. And we do a lot of fundraising for those, plus other organizations that are close to our sisters' hearts. People for like sexual violence, like things like that. We have those kinds of events. We participate in Homecoming and Greek Week, which, for those of you that don't know, Greek Week is a competition between all of the Greek organizations, like from all the different councils, MPC, IFC. I'm sorry, I like literally do not know all the councils we have. We have so many. And so like orgs from all those different councils will come together and we'll compete. We have sister bondings where we'll like meet on campus in a room, and like we'll, like one thing we did this semester before it got cut short by quarantine, thank you coronavirus, we had a sister clothing swap, and everyone brought clothes that either don't fit them or that they don't wear anymore, and laid it out, and sisters could go around and like trade with each other. Like I said, it's just so much more than getting drunk in a frat basement. Like, if that's the stereotype, throw that out the window and forget it, because that's not how it is. How does the process work? Now, the sister that asked this, I don't know if they were referring to the recruitment process or like the new member process. I kind of already explained how the recruitment process works, but as far as the new member process is completely different for every organization. I can only speak from my organization, and I know the question you're all thinking, don't sororities haze? I sure the frick hope not. I can only speak for mine, and no hazing whatsoever. Hazing is horrible. And for those of you that may not know, hazing is basically like when new members are forced to do something that like they wouldn't want to do. Like, it could be body shaming, it could be forced drinking, like things like that. It's completely horrible. People die from it. And but as far as the rest of the new member process goes, it's pretty basic. Like, you have to go through educationals to learn about the sorority, and at the end you take a new member test, just so we know that you know enough about our organization to become an initiated member. And you have bondings with the chapter. You come to chapter, like it's really not that intense. But that's just speaking for our organization. Every organization handles their new member process completely different. What positions and opportunities can you gain from Greek life? I absolutely love this question, especially because I'm a position holder, hello. There's so many positions and opportunities that you can gain from Greek life. Where do I even start? So by holding a position in the organization, you're a chapter leader. So for me, I'm vice president of public relations and recruitment. Most of the people that have held my position before me have been public relations and advertising majors. You see the tie in there? You're kind of getting a head start in your career. Then there's treasurer. Our current treasurer, she's an accounting major. So she's handling finances. So like someone that's an accounting major or a finance major, they can completely benefit from that. I'm an education major and I just love leadership more than anything. So I didn't do it really relating to my major. I did it because I'm just so excited about positions. But yeah, these positions, they give you so many opportunities. Like there's something great to put on a resume, but it's also just great life skills that you learn. Like you have to learn how to communicate with other people. You have to learn how to take constructive criticism. You have to learn how to work under time constraints, deadlines, a lot of pressure. And yeah, that might sound like, why the hell would I want to do that? But it's so rewarding too. Like planning spring recruitment for my chapter, it was a lot of work. It was so stressful, but I loved it. And I loved the end result. We brought in 38 new members this spring, and I was so excited about how big of a role I got to play in that. And it's just so much fun holding these leadership positions. And in an organization, in any Greek organization, there are so many opportunities that come from it. This next question I absolutely love because it lets me rave about Greek life some more. What have you gained out of joining a sorority? Simple answer to that, everything. Now I'll give you a little bit of insight to why I say that. So prior to joining Alpha Sigma Alpha, I was not in the best place in my life. I had started at ROWAN in spring of 2018. I had gone to a different school for the fall semester that year, and it just didn't work out for like multiple reasons. And I was just like not in a good place when I came to ROWAN, and when I was commuting. And then I knew that I wanted to join a sorority when I decided to live on campus in fall of 2018. And when I joined this organization, like I had kind of lost a lot right before that. I lost a lot of friends. I felt very lonely. And this sorority, let me tell you how much this sorority changed me. I met my best friends. I met the people that are going to be the bridesmaids at my wedding. I met people that are there for me no matter what hour of the day it is. I'll post something on my private Snapchat story and I'll have like 7 sisters respond and be like, oh my gosh, are you okay? What's going on? Like, talk to me. And everyone's just there for you. You have these built-in best friends no matter what. Like, is everyone best friends with each other? No. But like, is everyone always there for each other? Yeah. So the next 2 questions I'm kind of going to answer in one. It's what should I know about paying dues, and can you break the stigma about paying for friends? So paying dues, it completely differs based on the organization and also based on the school you're at. Like the dues in my chapter of Alpha Sigma Alpha could be completely different from the dues of another chapter of the same sorority. That makes sense. It all depends on like what kinds of events you're doing. Do you have a sorority house? But paying for dues, you're kind of paying for any events the sorority has. That money will go into formals. That money will go into supplies for sister bondings. That money goes into what we buy for recruitment. It goes into all the shirts you get. So when you think about it, like there's a lot you are actually paying for, but friends is not one of those things. When you join a sorority, you're joining an organization based on people that you fit in with and that fit in with you. You are not paying for your friends. You're paying for the events that you go to. Capiche? Capiche. So the next question I'm going to answer is, how do you deal with conflict within the sorority? Okay, I love this question because I have been asked before, like, are you guys really all best friends? No. That's not, like, you find your niche within your organization, but we are all always there for each other. We all always support each other. We're all always proud of each other. And yes, it's a sorority of 100 girls. Girls are catty as hell. There's going to be drama, but you have to handle it like the mature adults that you are. This next question came from our scholarship chairman. Love you, Coco. Is it important to keep my grades up and have a certain GPA? So at ROWAN, in order to join a sorority, you have to have at least a 2.5 GPA and 12 college credits. School comes first. So don't think that you're joining a sorority and everyone's stupid and no one cares about school. Speaking for my sorority on its own, we all care about school more than anything I've ever seen in my life. We have group chats based on our majors and minors. So yes, it is so important to keep your grades and your GPA up. Okay guys, so the very last question that I'm going to answer is about the time commitment. Let me just tell you. Greek life, yeah, it's a time commitment, but it is also one of these things that you get out of it what you put into it. So in every organization, there are sisters that are considered inactive and don't show up to things. So definitely before you go and join a sorority, think about the time commitment first, because it is a time commitment. People in the organization are going to get upset if you don't show up to things. So yeah, sororities are a big time commitment, so definitely take that into consideration before going out for recruitment. And that concludes this sorority Q&A, what it's like. I don't know what I'm calling this, but I hope you guys enjoyed and got a lot of great insight. If you're coming to Rowan University in the fall, I hope this video was helpful for you. I hope you got some of your questions answered. If you happen to have any other kinds of questions, definitely leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. Make sure that you follow my social media. My Instagram is Jess Barr 721. My Snapchat is jbar2113. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you guys in my next video.